Okay, so let us proceed. So we are starting with the higher time frame the same way from 1 year time frame, so as we can.
Yeah.
So as you can see, this is 1 year time frame, and we saw that the market is still in a bullish move from this point up to this point. Okay,
Yes.
and there is some correction here. After the correction, we saw that the market makes some breakout, and up to now there is a small correction that the market have already done. So let us shift in 2 months, 6 months time frame. So as we can mark it clearly the same point at this area. Try to minimize the line. Was Euro JPY or USD JPY?
It was Euro JPY.
Okay, sorry. Let me try to find this. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Okay, so let me shift into. Okay. So as you can see, the market is already making the breakout at this point. That was the final touch of the market. So the market is still in a new zone, the zone that at the previous time was not reached by the Euro JPY. So let us shift into 6 months time frame. We saw that there is another high that is this one. Okay. So
Yes.
on 3 months, we saw that there is a small pullback. Let me try to shift in 2 months so as we can mark it clear. Euro JPY. So at this point, we saw that the market is still in a correction, but is already making some breakout of the first high, and the
Yes.
next target of this move, we saw that the market will return up to this final point here down. Let me try to spot it clear at that point, because at the midpoint there is no any support level that we call the market to return above. We together.
Yes.
So let me try into monthly time frame. Same way, in 2 monthly time frame, the market still is near at the minor support level. That's at the first point. The market, when reaches at this point, we saw that the market move above to make some pullback, but the pullback that was created was not enough to break the last high of the move. Are we together? But
Yes.
unfortunately, we see that the market come in and break this high low. Okay, and finally,
Yes.
and there is a minor high low at this point that was already, the market is already breaking that area. So by shifting to daily time frame, we saw that the market it is still making some pullback. I think the final touch of this pullback will be at this point. Let me show you from here up to this point. That will be the final move. That's why I was asking about to look for decision candle from this move, and we saw that the decision candle was this bearish one, the bearish candle, as you can see here. Can you see it?
Yeah. I can see it.
So after knowing that this is our decision candle, because as you look for this point, we saw that the market was still consolidating at this point. So after consolidation, we saw the decision. The market moved from consolidation and decide to come down. So this was like a pullback after the decision candle. So our entry should be at the near this high of the decision candle, and we saw that the market is already taking that entry. The entry is already taken out. Are you together?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the only thing that we are waiting for is to see if there is any chance for the market to return again at this point, because this move, when you move into 4 hour time frame, the move is directly into this low, the lowest low there of this move from 4 hour time frame, direct up to this move, because the entry is already taken out. So there is a, I think there is no any probability for the market to return again at the same point. Okay.
Okay.
So the only thing that we are remaining with up to this time is to trade the continuation of this move up to this point. Whether we can look if we can still holding our setup, or to look for buy if possible. Are we together?
Yes.
Because in higher time frame we saw that the market is still in the uptrend move.
Yes.
So can you get something up to there?
Uh, so basically, we are buying from support and selling to resistance,
Yeah, but
and selling from
yeah,
resistance.
exactly. But at this point, we are when you are going to sell big, you are going to sell the pullback from higher time frame. That is from, I think was in months, 3 months time
I think
frame. It's a pullback from,
monthly update.
yeah, like 3 months, 1 month. Yeah, this one, this pullback. So
Yes.
yeah, I
So
think
where's our next target? Like continue the buy again.
so. By continuing buying buy again, I think we have to wait how the market is going to reach up to this point, because there is a high that I was not marked it. This one, that is the next point for the market to reach out there. So
So continue the buy.
we are going to look if the market, the market is going to react at this point. But the final touch of this move, as we see at this level at this point, let me try to spot it. This one, this will be the final touch of this pullback that is going on. Are we together? So
Yes.
up to now, we have to focus with trading this pullback up to this point. And by trading this pullback, we have to consider this small minor support level within before reaching at the final point. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to look clearly if the market will react positively at this point. We can look for buy, because we are trading pullback. So we have to be careful. Let me shift into weekly time frame. Same way, the market is still pushing down up to this point, but there is a minor zone from weekly time frame, that is this one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so in 4 hour time frame we saw that the from daily we decide to look for decision candle, that was this candle, and the entry is already taken out by this week from the candle that was on Friday. I think the Friday candle. Okay, so from now when we shift into 4 hour time frame, there is two options: either to wait for the market to return the same entry, or to still trading the continuation of this pullback.
Okay.
So from now we have to look the internal structure of this move, this one. If it's still continuing to turn the price down up to this level here, at this point, let me see. So when we reach into 1 hour time frame, we are looking for if there is a probability for the continuation of this move. So this is 1 hour time frame. As you see that from this point, we saw that the market is already making some impulsive, and now we are in retracement. The next move is impulsive move to break this low. Can you see
Yes.
it? Can you see it that at this point?
I can see it.
This is the final final touch of this move to decide either it is still proceeding to on bearish move, or we return to wait for the market to return at the entry level. But at this point, we have to wait for the market to break this low, so as we can decide to continue selling. From We have to wait for the decision candle again at this point here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because at this point you have already having a decision candle at this area. Let me try to shift into candlestick chart. So as you can see, the decision candle was this one, this bearish candle, deciding to move the market from this consolidation. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So the same way, we have to wait for the decision candle on this next consolidation so as you can short the trade. And remember, the stop loss should be above the decision candle that decide to move the market from this consolidation. The same way to this area. This was the decision candle. So after taking your entry, make sure your stop loss should be above the opening price of the decision candle. So we have to wait for 1 hour decision candle so as we can trade the continuation up to the final target of this move, that is at this low. Okay.
Okay.
So can you get something up there?
Okay. Like, what I want to understand now is the logic behind it. Like, is it that we're going to be buying from a support level, we're going to buy all the way down to a resistance level, or like the logic behind it?
Okay, so there is a different way of trading. So you can trade the pullback of higher time frame, or you can trade the main direction of the higher time frame. So
Yes.
for example, the one who waiting for trading the direction of the market, you should wait for the market to reach the point where there is a high probability for the market to return. Okay, that
Yes.
is at this level. This one, let me show you. So this is the point where, for those who want to trade the main direction of the trend, you have to wait for the market to reach up to this point. But from now, if you can be able to trade this pullback, you can trade this pullback for this way. So as you can proceed selling up to this point where is the final touch of
Okay.
the point. But you have to remember that from higher time frame, the market is trending up.
Yes.
Yeah, you are just like
Okay.
trading the pullback. Okay. And
Okay.
at this point, yeah, if you can see it clearly, the market was consolidating the same way at this point, and our decision again was this one. This is
Yes.
the biggest one, the bearish candle. This one, can you see it?
I can see it.
Yeah. So the same reaction that happened at this point, the same reaction that happened at this next point. So from now, there is no any high probability for the market to return again at this point, less than to reach up to this level. Let me show you at this point. That is why I'm recommending you that we have to focus with selling opportunity. The best way, the good thing that on Monday we start trading together. So I think you can gain more
Yes.
experience, yeah, on live trading rather than at this time. I think you can gain more knowledge. So from now we are waiting for decision. Let me try to write it here. So as on Monday we can try to pass through our analysis that we have already done and to see what happened. So we are waiting for decision candle. Okay, so we are waiting for decision candle. Maybe do you have any question? If you have any question, you can ask.
Well, okay. Let me try and analyze it so that we correct me.
Okay. So from now we are waiting for decision candle like this. Let me try to. Okay. So we are waiting for candle like this to decide to move the market from that consolidation. So after getting the decision candle, for example, this is our decision candle. We are going
Yes.
to short by the next candle of the decision candle to close. Are we together? So
Yes.
the next candle will be our entry candle, and our stop loss should be above the opening price of this decision candle. And the final target of this move, because we're trading the continuation, we are targeting up to this low at this point. That is our final target of this trade. Can you?
Okay.
I think you have understand.
Yes.
Yeah, because there is another example here. Let me show you. This was consolidation. Okay, let me try to change the color so as you can see it clear. At this point, there is was the market was in decision, still consolidating. But can you try to show me the decision kind of after this consolidation, the candle that decide at this point,
Yes. Is that one?
this
No.
one? Oh,
The fourth candle. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. That one.
yeah. So after the decision candle to decide the move, you are going to sell with the next candle, that is this bearish candle. Okay, your stop loss should be the same way. Should be, if the candle print with the high, so your stop loss should be at the high of the candle. But if the candle, there is no any high from that candle, you have to put your stop loss above the opening price of that candle, and your take profit should be at this point the same way. We are waiting the same setup at that area, the current move that we are in, this one, we are waiting for the same thing.
Yes.
So maybe can you get something up to there? So
Mm.
there is a many different way of taking entry. So the best way is to start live trading from Monday up to Friday. I think within that week you can gain more experience and new ideas on how you can catch different ways on based on entry level.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
I understand it
Yeah,
little by little.
yeah. But the problem is the language is not familiar, so I can't explain more. But I think you understand because we use the same terminology that is concerning about trading, so it's easy to understand. So up to
Mm.
now, we are waiting for this setup so as we can short this trade. So our decision candle is our confirmation for us to take a sell, and this is a continuation entry because the market is already moving from demanded area. The almost this one, the market is already away from the key zone. So we are waiting for we are trading the continuation of this move.
Yes.
Yeah, we are trading the continuation of the move.
Okay. Let
So
me.
do
Okay.
you want?
Let me see if we can analyze another pair. Maybe I'll understand.
Okay. Let me try to stop sharing because we can share the screen.
Okay.
So analysis is concerned about many issues. So you will understand, but in a slowest move, you cannot understand the whole issue in one day. So we are starting from 1 year time frame. Okay,
Yes.
can you see the chart so as we can continue?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so as we see that the market is in our current move that we are in, the market is in the correction move. Are we together up
Yes.
to there? And the mostly targeted area at this point at this level. Are we together up to there? That is mostly
Yes.
targeted area from higher time frame. So we
Yes.
are we are going to trade this pullback from lower time frame by looking the point of interest that we call it the entry area. We are going to look for our entry area either for swing trading or day trading, but we are trading within this move.
Okay.
So we are going to look for the internal structure of this part. So when we shift into monthly time frame, we see the same information from 1 year time frame. Let us shift into 3 months. So in 3 months time frame, okay, we saw that the market is already non-respecting this area from this level was not respected as our prediction is, and this point the same way was not respected. Market passed those area aggressively without respecting those zones. Are we together up to there?
Yes.
And this shows that this pullback is more aggressive and is more favorable to sellers compared to buyers, because there is no any information for buyers to take any chance, like to make some correction on this move.
Yes.
The move is almost aggressive. Okay. But
Yes.
the point that the market is going to reach out, we saw that the market is near to reach this point. Probably we know that this point will not yet same respected, because the previous move was not respected the same. So there is a high probability for the this one to for the market to do the same way. Okay.
Yes.
So we are going to look for the internal structure of this move, so as we can know how we are going to catch this selling entry. Okay. So you can decide
Yes.
either to trade with the trend or to trade with the trend and to trade those pullback setups. So you can decide which way are you prefer to trade with, either to trade the trend that needs to push the price down up to this level, that is a 1 year time frame target, or to trade the whole move, either pullback as well as the same direction the move is. Are we together?
Yes.
But the target of the move was like at this level, that is near at this point. This is the point where the market will try to return up. Let me try to put it clear, so as at this level here. Okay, so we are going to look the internal structure of this move, so as we can take the continuation of the move. Are we together?
Yes.
So we are focusing with the current move rather than focusing with the previous move, because the target of this current move is not yet reached. So we are going to look for this point from this level up to this level, and to see how the market is is respecting. As you can see, this was like by considering this one portion of the move is like it's clearly the downtrend move by considering this point. Are we together?
Yes.
So up to now, this move is already making the first correction, as we saw, and we see at this level. There's the correction at this point. The market makes some correction, and we are in impassive. Are we together?
Possible.
Yeah, we are in impassive move. So you can't buy on impassive move, but the market is near at this point where the market changes, uses this point at the first time as a supporting area. Okay. So the market will not use the same way, because the target of this move is not yet reached out. Okay. So
Yes.
at this point, this level was respected as support level, because the main target of the market was to push the price above rather than to push the price below. Are we together?
Yes.
So the same information will not use the same way at this current move. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But we saw that the market is already breaking this stone at that level. So we are going to see the internal structure of this bearish move from monthly time frame. So we have to shift to weekly time frames to see clearly how the market is. And we saw that there is a pullback at this point here that is not yet, its entry is not yet taken out, but the entry of this point is already taken out by this correction. Let me show you. There was a lowest low at this point, and the market come in and take this entry, as you can see, after the breakout, to decide to break this point. And we saw that the market returned to take the selling entry at this point, and to break this low row. So at this point we have to wait for the market to return up to this point, so as we can take another entry at this point, so as we can continue selling. Okay.
Yes.
So there are the two options. You can either wait for the market to return up to this level, because you are knowing there is a need for the market to make a correction before proceeding, or you can trade that correction. So you can decide which way you can trade with, either to trade the correction, and then after the correction you can trade the main trend of the market. So by trading the correction, you have to know the exact internal structure of this move that we are in. Okay, this one. Are we together up to there?
Yes.
So we are going to shift into daily time frame, so as we can see if there is a probability for the market to return to that level. Let me try to mark it on weekly time frame as our weekly entry, so as we not miss. get some misunderstanding when we shift into daily. So this is our week weekly entry. When we shift into daily entry, we saw that the point that we are waiting for the market to return is this one. But before the market to return at that point, there is a few entry that is from daily time frame, that is this one. By considering this the lowest low of the move at that point, so this area will be used as daily entry. Are we together up to there?
Yes.
Let me try to return into weekly time frame so as I can explain to you clearly. The first weekly entry was that at this point, let me show you, was at this point. This was the first weekly entry that it was already taken out by the market. The entry is already taken out, so there is no needs of the market to return again to take the same entry from weekly time frame. Are we together?
Yeah.
But before the market to reach at this level, when you shift into daily time frame, there was a daily entry before the market to reach out at this level, and the daily entry was taken out, as well as the weekly entry was taken out. This was a move to take the week daily entry, this one, this pullback that already done. Are we together up to there?
Yes.
So up to now, there is a two entry that the market is going to take out. The first one, daily entry. So if you're waiting for daily entry as your entry for sale, when you take this move, for example, when the market reaches at this level, your taking profit should be at this lowest low, because of the market to reach this lowest low, it would leave us to take the weekly entry. The same way that it
Oh,
done at this level. The market was making the market was taking the daily entry. After taking the daily entry, we saw the market return to this point and then take the weekly entry and continue selling. Are we together?
yes.
So we are waiting for the daily entry as well as we are waiting for the weekly entry.
Okay.
So this gives us that there is a high probability for us to look for trading this pullback. Are we together? To trade this pullback, because there is a need for the market to reach up to that level. So we are no longer we are no longer to stop trading because the market is still waiting for making some pullback, but we can also trade this pullback before the market give us those two entries. So how we are going to trade this pullback, that is I'm going to explain to you. So up to there, before I'm going to proceed, are we together up to there?
Yes.
So we are going to look exactly at this point if there is a probability for the market for, to give us the pullback entry. But the one thing you have to know, that pullback entry is not granted. It's not guaranteed. It's not 100% to trade with. Most of the pullbacks setup, mostly of those setup, they hit stop loss mostly compared to the when you trade with the general trend of the market. Are we together? Because the most need of the market to reach at that one year time frame target, as we see on 1 year time frame, the most targeted area. Okay, so we are going to look if there is any probability for us to take this pullback. So we have to shift into 4 hour time frame. On 4 hour time frame, there is no any information for us to take this trade, because as we see that the daily entry is already taken out by this move. Can you see it?
Yes.
So the daily entry is already taken within the internal structure, that is 4 hour time frame. So there is no any need for the market to take this entry. That is why you can realize that there is some movement that the market move aggressive without making some correction. So correction is going to be done through the internal structure of that of that of that of that is of that of that of yeah of that point. For example, this is daily time frame. So at this move, the move that we see that there is no any correction. The correction is already done from internal structure of this move.
Yes.
That is why there is no any need for the market to do the same way. So the
Come back
same way,
again.
yeah, to do the pullback. So we saw that the entry at that point we are in is already taken out by the internal structure by considering the 4 hour time frame. The entry is already taken out, as you see here. and we saw that the at this point there is a generation of downtrend. So I think there is low probability for the market to return to the point above there because the entry is already taken out. So we have to consider with this move that we are in, this one, the current move. Okay. So at this point, we saw that there is a point that the market is focusing with, because at the by considering this earlier, we saw that there is a first highest level that it take the entry, and we saw that the lowest low, the market is already breaking the highest low. Sorry, this highest low. Can you see it? This highest low at this point. Hello.
I can hear you. I can see it.
Yeah. So by consider this two, the portion that creates the minor uptrend, the market was creating high, low. We saw that we get another high and high low, and the market take the daily entry. After taking the daily entry, the market come and break this high low. Okay. After breaking the point, the market will test up to this level, and now we are going to break the another low, that this one, this low. The market is going to target to break this point. Are we together? So this is the
Yes.
impulsive move from 4 hour time frame. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So when if you want to trade this move, you have to know the decision candle that we decide to break this lowest low of
Break
this
down
point.
low.
Yeah. So as you can take that opportunity. Okay. After the candle that we decide to move, because at this point we saw that the market is still consolidating. Okay. This is clear consolidation, as you can see. Okay. And the previous move was also consolidating at this point after taking the daily entry here. So we catch the decision candle from 4 hour time frame, the bearish one, this bearish candle. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this was a decision candle. The market decide and to push the price down. So at this point, the same way, we have to wait for the decision candle. Same. So as we can continue selling. But this is the it's not a best area for us to trade, because the region where the market is still consolidating more. The market is more consolidating. So it's not the best area for us to take entry. But if you want to take entry, you have to wait for the decision candle again. So as you can look for such a sell to continue selling, because the market up to now is still consolidating.
Mm.
Okay. So can you get, maybe you are getting something up to there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's confusing. Like sometimes I feel like there are some areas like price could like use as a okay. Let's say for this business, price could use some like resistance terms to support now. I'll like bounce from there, but I don't know if that one will hold. So maybe like this one now, there was a daily resistance level that we were waiting for.
Yeah.
But instead of like us now going to that daily resistance level,
Yeah.
the 4 hour frame had already gone there,
Yeah.
just like what you were saying.
Yeah.
So all those type were confused, like which level are we going to know that okay, yes, is this level that price will go to and now bounce us from and now continue the main move.
Yeah, but the final move that we will know that the market is continuing pushing down is by breaking this low of this move, this one. Okay, that is the final touch. So if the market will break this low, there is no need for the market to return to take those entry, because as we already seeing that the daily entry is already taken out by the 4 hour entry. The internal structure of daily entry is already taking the same entry, and there is no any need of the market to take the same entry again.
Mm.
So you are still confusing, no?
It's a lot. What I understand is the when it comes to the decision candle
Yeah.
on how to take our entry, but the process in doing the top down analysis. I understand the top down analysis scenario, but when it now comes to market to bounce up from here, come to this place, this area, is that the confusing part?
But the only thing you have to know, when the market is already is already far away from the interested area for us to sell. For example, the market is already taking the daily entry. So when you come to take this entry, the continuation entry, mostly confusing entry to take it. So you have to wait for the best area. That is why there is day traders, swing traders, as well as scalpers. But if you are waiting for scalping, you can trade as well as at this area. But for day traders, you have to wait for the market to return up to your daily entry so as you can take your trade. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So the best way is to choose a style that is favorable to you. If scalping is very difficult to you, and almost probably scalping is very difficult because the entry you are trading within the internal structure of lower time frame, like 4 hour, 1 year. So it's not probably a good style for trading. So best you can use this by using daily entries or swing entries rather than focusing with scalping, because scalping is very confused compared to those tools.
Yeah. Okay. Can I let me try and analyze one pair?
Okay. Do you want to